All right, guys. Hi, everybody. This is Ruben. I'm not good at these intro things, but I brought someone on because I thought he would be really fun to have on this. This is Nico from it's at the podcast. So, yes, hi, Nico.
Hola.
Yeah. So the reason why I wanted you to be on this little episode thing or whatever, one is because you talk a lot, and two,
I'm not sure if I'm gonna assume that's a compliment.
Yeah.
You're applying it usefully, but
but also the other portion is because you know a thing or two about cars.
I bought a car and I researched cars a little bit.
Yeah, but I find you really funny when you get really passionate about talking about it, because these are all like, because now these cars are old.
Yeah, all I'm gonna do is criticize them, really.
So, but I thought I wasn't thinking about doing just the arcade. I wanted to do the simulation mode.
I think the only Gran Turismo I've ever played has been for the PS3 demo.
Like
it came with when they were demoing the PS3.
Oh shit.
So and I didn't even play it all the way through. It was like I was in a GameStop, bored, not buying anything because GameStop's overpriced.
Yeah, definitely.
And I was like, I like PlayStations. So I actually had a PlayStation 1, a PlayStation, every version of PlayStation 2. And my dad had a few PSPs.
We're gonna have to cut really quick because I completely forgot something.
Also, your recording says an hour and 3 minutes. It's Amnesia Tracks.
Oh yeah, that is another recording.
Okay, so you're just tagging this to the end of
Yeah, so I keep all the let's plays in one file, because then if I make an adjustment to the last recording for that mic, I just have to copy it, and then if I make another adjustment, I just make the adjustment. So when I use that mic again, I just copy it again.
Okay, because I'm like, we've not been sitting here recording for an hour and change. What'd you forget? Did you forget to sign in as yourself?
No, I have. I have to make another. I was like a memory card.
I was about to look something up about slightly pertinent to this.
Oh yeah. If you want to look up any information on Gran Turismo, that'd be cool.
I was gonna look up actually my grandmother's little company. I'll share in a second why it's pertinent. I feel like. Does it still exist? It does still exist.
That was the first video.
I discovered a new indie band. Then I immediately bought tickets to their concert in LA.
Yeah?
In Santa Ana. Because it's in late January. I'm like, I'll be out of school by then. I'll have nothing to do but work.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a Monday or Tuesday, so I probably get the day off. Why am I looking at images all stuck?
So who are they?
Alright. Oh, that's right, you just cut around this. It was a paradigm. My grandmother used to do admin work for them.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I thought of them is I remember my grandmother was all excited. She thought it'd be cool because I was 7. She still worked for them, but they were testing processor chips, I think, for the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
When they were developing the PS3, years before it came out. They were testing chips. They're a tech company of sorts. I have their website pulled up. There's some sort of. So this is all about robotics. But yeah, they've recently acquired a robotics company apparently. But yeah, products. Here you go. Semiconductor. So their entire business model is testing things. So semiconductor test, production board test, storage test, wireless test, defense and aerospace, collaborative robots, autonomous mobile robots. So they're a tech company, but she had admin work. So she did paperwork for engineering. She later did And she now does like HR stuff, so she in charge of like payroll and like company business parties and whatnot. That's what she does now, but this led into that. But I remember, what is this? The Mazda 5?
I have no idea what this is.
It's a grainy ass.
Well, you were talking, so I was just kind of.
Oh, okay.
I was just doing some tutorial stuff. It's like, what's up, kid? This is my sister from like 8 episodes ago that she did not come back.
Nope. Not back.
All right.
She just walks in and out of frame.
Yeah. Yeah, that's her.
One thing that I will say is like if not for the gas mileage in cars from this era, I would totally want one because look at the back window of that car.
Yeah.
It's giant. And I like that back window visibility. Look at cars now, you can't see out the back of them. That was one problem I had when I went from the 1998 Pontiac to the, I was test driving. I test drove a Mazda 3. I didn't like the back window. It was very small. Test drove a Lexus CT200H. Didn't like the back window. I wanted one with a backup camera, but all the ones with backup camera I was not willing to pay the money for.
Yeah.
I drove the one I have now, and that has a decent back rear view window. I drove a Buick. I almost bought the Buick Encore. It's like it's a really small SUV. And because it's an SUV, I like that one had my favorite vantage point because you can see, like, look at it. It's like a mini SUV.
All right. I'm probably not gonna put a picture up, so if you want to know what he's talking about, just look up Buick Encore.
I think it's the most popular model right now. So.
Yeah, that's the one I see everywhere.
I almost bought one of these just because, I went to one dealership, and they had basically the car I have now, but in black. And so I test driven it.
Shit!
Yeah, I test driven it one weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and then 2 weeks later was when I got my accident.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back to that dealership, and that car had sold already.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, damn it. So they had one of these on the lot, and I hear they're really reliable, and the one thing I cared about at that point was reliability.
Yeah.
Because my old car was like $600 a month in repairs. So I test drove one of these. I liked it. It was just, I wasn't in love with it.
Oh shit.
It wasn't what I wanted. I wanted something small. I wanted something with a really good gas mileage.
Mm.
So I test drove this, and if I hadn't been able to find pretty much the car I have, I would have had a silver one of these. Not this nice though. These are the top trim models they put on the commercials. But they're $2,000 actually. No, a silver one, but not this nice. But they're really reliable. Like they're an American company, so Buick, Chevy, Cadillac, and GM are all the same company. They're all part of the GM, the General Motors Corporation, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So they're all the same company. They all have terrible reliability, except for the Buick Encore. It is the only American car. Buick is actually the most reliable American car maker, which is the only reason I looked at them. Because
Look at that.
it's all about reliability.
Guess I'm learning something new.
My mom actually drives a Dodge Caravan. She has tons of problems with it. Also an American made.
Yeah.
But it's mostly their transmissions. When they outsource their transmissions, they're pretty good cars. So all the big Dodge trucks, all the big Ford trucks, they have Japanese transmissions. And they last. When they make their own transmissions, like in their SUVs or their vans, they usually go out. So my mom bought her van. We went on a family road trip up to San Francisco and back, and then she needed a $3,000, $4,000 job on her transmission.
No thanks.
Yeah. And I know we've talked. She's like, yeah, next car I'm getting, it's probably gonna be like yours. So my dad has a Toyota Tacoma, and he wants a new truck, but that thing refuses to die. He's like, when this thing dies, I'm getting a new truck. Problem is, Toyota Tacoma is like one of the most reliable vehicles ever. When you separate the recalls, they've had some issues where it's like this would, you know, they have to recall some things.
Mm-hmm.
But putting the recalls aside, the Toyota Tacoma is like, there are 1,000,000-mile Toyotas out there. I watched a YouTube video the other day about the 1,000,000-mile Tundra. So the Tundra is just the bigger Toyota truck.
Mm-hmm.
So the Tacoma's smaller, the Tundra's bigger. The Tacoma has a V6 engine, the Tundra has a V8 engine. So this guy worked in the oil fields. He did some sort of oil transport, and he had a Tundra. He put 1,000,000 miles on it. Well, this local Toyota dealership bought it from him to take it apart and see what made it last 1,000,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I didn't get all the way through the video, but there's like 1,000,000 miles on a vehicle is ridiculous. It was all the original drivetrain. So, Toyota.
Look how that was how you ended that.
That's my plug, my shameless plug. I'm getting nothing for. That's why I bought a Toyota after having a Pontiac. Pontiac was also a GM Corporation company, but during the financial crisis in like 2007, 2008, so the car companies got money from the government.
Okay.
They had bailouts. Basically, it's like the entire American car industry would have gone under, and basically the Obama administration was like, that will ruin the economy of the entire like Northeast region.
Yeah.
Detroit, basically, which wasn't doing well to begin with.
Yeah.
So they bailed them out. They gave them money to keep them afloat. In return for that, though, GM had to get rid of 2 of their sub-brands.
Sub-brand.
So,
Okay.
So Pontiac no longer exists, and I think Oldsmobile no longer exists. And those are both owned by GM. And then GM's a pretty small line now, I think. It's just SUVs. Did you know Ford's no longer going to make cars?
Yes, actually, I just heard about that because, well, one they're not really selling very well, but I think what their really big hitter is
the F-150.
Yeah, which I think is the only one that they really actually sell.
It's the most sold truck, I think, in America. It's funny. The United States is doing the opposite of the rest of the world in the trend right now. We are buying larger vehicles. Our SUVs are getting larger. We're buying SUVs. We're buying trucks. We're buying giant friggin'... not SUVs, but... I feel like there's a new class of, like, big SUVs that should be called something else. Yeah. Like, you look at the Lexus LX.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's too big to be called an SUV. Oh, crossovers, but they're small.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Americans are buying those. The rest of the world is buying cars like mine. Like, you've seen the Fiats?
Yeah.
Those are Italian. Allegedly. Well, fun fact, Chrysler, Jeep, and Fiat are one company.
Once again, did not know that.
Because Chrysler is actually they are okay in reliability until Fiat bought them. Fiat's pretty shoddy.
What, the Fiat?
Hondas are pretty reliable as well.
I can't take us the credit for that joke because that was my mom's joke. But
my dad has a Toyota Tacoma, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for like half of the time he had it, he wanted to take the whole like last like 2 letters off. He wanted to be the Toyota Taco. It's something I want to do, but I don't know why I never did it. It's a pretty easy modification compared to the fucking lift kitty I put on it. My father's 5'2". He put a lift kit on a truck. I have to move the thing back and forth right now, just because if something's on the street for more than 3 days, the city can tow it.
I didn't know that.
And in my community, people will bitch about it. So I literally just scoot it back and forth. And I'm like, how does, like, I have a little bit of trouble getting in that. And I'm like, how does he do it? Like, he has to leap.
I have no idea.
The problem is just the graphics. We're spoiled now. The graphics are not... At the time, I could tell for the time that this was really good graphics.
Yeah.
Like, this is not bad. I could still tell. There's pixels, but I could still tell that that's a car.
Yeah.
I guess that's...
Okay, well...
It's probably a Mazda Miata.
You know what? It's like it tells me at the beginning. Okay, so then we got our license. Now we can actually get started with the fucking game.
Oh, that was all tutorial?
Yeah.
You had to drive like 6 different cars.
Yeah.
Imagine if that's what you had to do for your real license.
It's just drive.
You have to drive 6 different vehicles and like prove.
Personally, I wouldn't mind.
I
All right, here you go.
I have to do it.
Well, so you have $10,000. You have $10,000 right now. You gotta get us a car. We can't race unless we have a car.
$10,000. Definitely not gonna go for Aston Martin because they're. Do I have to pay for maintenance on these?
No.
I don't know what TVR
So-
is.
They're expensive. But yeah, so just go to any one of these.
Can I go up? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dodge, yeah.
New car. Something tells me this isn't working for $10,000. I love how it's just the expensive Dodges.
Yeah.
I'm used to circle being back.
Yeah,
Exit.
it's triangle.
I'm gonna go for Honda Acura because in real life Honda has better engines than Toyota, but they're also reliable.
Yeah.
Used car.
There you
Oh,
go.
they know I'm cheap. They know who they're talking to. Prelude. Civic. Don't want that. Why is the 94 the SI?
If you click on it, it'll give you a little more detail. You always get info spec.
How much of this do you understand?
Me? None of it. There's only two things I really care about. It's the torque, power, and if there is a third thing, it's probably the engine type.
I don't know what DOHC L4 means.
Neither do
Like, is L engine configuration?
I.
Basically, it
think
just
so.
means it's Honda Corporation.
Sure, let's go with that. Alright, so there are a few companies that have us like used cars, and then like the big ones that they only have the new ones.
Does Mitsubishi exist anymore?
Yeah. They actually, I think they're just as it came out. It was like a new car. Not Toyota. Super GT Turbo. Hey, you know, that's something.
I don't think they make these anymore.
I don't think they do either. Double wishbone.
Are they not allowed to use the words I and V for the engine? Because it says L6, and I don't understand that as an engine configuration. I know there's there's inline engines and there's
Okay, so what I've got is the straight 6 engine or inline 6.
oh, okay,
So I guess
it's
that's
inline.
So that's their version of
Wow,
inline.
those you don't see that a lot anymore. The only inline sixes I knew of were BMWs, actually. BMW. I can't remember if they're the 4 Series or the 5 Series.
So I'm really liking it's like the it's like the Turbo Limited right now.
What's TVR?
Oh, it's a pricey.
I don't know what they are. Ah! Go back. I'm pressing circle. I'm still pressing circle for back. So this is obviously an Asian game, because
Yeah, Nissan.
there are only like 2 or 3. What's Chevy? They have Chevy.
I thought that was American.
Chevy's American, but there's like
3 cars.
I love how one of them's a Camaro, but the only,
Like the old Camaro. Yeah.
like they will have like 4 or 5 Japanese on here. You have Subaru. Jibu's Korean actually. Subaru, Nissan, Mazda, Toyota, Honda, Acura, and Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi.
And that's like more than half. I don't know what TVR is. TVR looks Asian. You have Dodge is American. You have Aston Martin, which I believe are British. You have Chevy, which is American. Britain. They're British. That's probably why they're pricey.
Look at that.
Did you know that, shit. I would've gone with the Impreza. That.
Looks.
They don't have back windows like that anymore. Look at the extra, like, row of windows.
That would drive me crazy. I do not like cars like that.
I'll go with the Honda. What's a Del Sol?
Del Sol, man.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
We'll get annihilated. It's got an L4. Exit.
Yeah,
Get me out of here.
Yeah, use triangle.
Isn't that?
Oh,
the NSX.
I love that. Oh, such
I was
a good
thinking
car.
the RX, which is not the RX, the RDX, which is a.
Yeah, I think that was after this.
The RDX is a.
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong car.
The RDX is actually a SUV. I was like, really? There's an SUV in a racing game? There it is. Googled it.
I love my laptop, dude.
It's a nice laptop.
It just it can handle so much.
That's why entertainment industry's creators usually go for the MacBooks.
Yeah. Well, that's actually okay. So if you go online, there's a lot of people that are all like, "Why are you using Mac? Because Mac is garbage." And those are usually people that either they just play games and they're in their room all their lives, or or the software they run can actually only run through like Windows. Because the thing is that especially for it's like entertainment, it's like the processor within the Mac, like you will rarely ever see a Mac freeze. And
it's the processors exist, like the processors, they're Intel processors. They're in Windows computers as well. It's a superior. The difference, I believe, is that it's a different coding language, and the Mac coding language is actually superior. It's just totally different.
Yeah.
The problem is, since Windows came first, a lot of people
know Windows.
They know Windows, and they program their applications and their programs for Windows. And to rewrite those same applications and things for Mac is expensive.
Yeah.
And they don't really want to do that.
And yes, I think we're gonna buy that.
Yeah. I'm like, what's the big difference between the now what?
Okay, so now that we have a car,
I know. 10 minutes later.
let's go to it's like a TRD.
Jeez, this is a real navigation system. You know what I do?
Yeah, so go back to where you got it.
Like here or home?
Toyota, yeah.
Toyota.
Go to the all the way to the right.
Toyota risk development turd.
Okay. Okay, so we gotta get something to put us a little bit ahead of the curve. So we gotta get something.
Okay, this is where my knowledge ends.
All right, let's. I don't know. Just if anything, we need to get something like to get out of here because these are way too expensive.
Oh, that's right. We only have. Oh, that shows us our money.
Yeah.
Not
the flywheel to drive. You know what? Let's look at. No, not tires yet. Alright, we're fine. Oh, how about it's like the computer chip?
I actually don't know what the computer chip.
So.
Where is that?
If you go back up to the engine, I think it's in the top left. Computer. Yeah, we can just barely afford it. So let's get it.
I talked to someone, and they're like, "Yeah, they bought a Ford."
What?
What?
Whoops.
1100.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so never mind. Not propulsion turbo. We're gonna have to win a race.
This is like real life.
All right. So it's.
I'm living the life of an Asian, of an Asian 20-year-old right now.
All right. I guess let's go race, man.
Go race.
Let's go to it's like a GT League because that's where we're gonna get the most money. And go to the only one that you can participate in, because we only got a B license.
This one?
Yeah.
Sunday Cup.
Yeah.
Gateway to the world of Gran Turismo.
I really want to race. Like,
So,
I've always wanted to race, like, all my life.
I don't know the controls.
Oh. X to go.
I just spent 20 minutes buying a car.
Yeah, honestly, that was pretty much the reason why I had you do this. So, guess you're good, but you gotta qualify. So this is your chance to test out your car. All right, automatic. It's just gonna be easy for you. X to go. You use the pad. Yeah, that, and then
Oh, it's a PS1 game.
yeah, stupid. And then square is the brake, and then circle is your emergency brake.
My oh shit brake.
Yeah. So on those hard turns, you could probably use that.
I didn't brake. What I did was I let off the gas. I forgot like real driving mechanics are only slightly applicable.
Well, I mean,
I'm so used to it being like the paddles or the how do I reverse? I can't reverse, can I?
I think it's triangle.
I'm so used to it being the
It's the triggers.
triggers, yes.
Yeah.
And so for me, the buttons is throwing my coordination off.
Actually, I wonder if we can change that.
I'm also already terrible at this. Oh,
You know what might help?
Jesus. Yeah, that might be better for
If you hit the R1 button.
R1 button?
Yeah.
Oh!
There you go. Now you'll actually kind of you can actually kind of gauge this like where your actual speed is at. Like how fast you're actually going.
I find tapping the X works better for me.
That's not how this works.
You ever just actually drive just tapping, consistently tapping the gas?
No, because every time I do that, every time I tap my gas, I lose $1.
That was... I need to do that again.
I mean, it was the qualifying, so you're fine. And by fine, I mean we're in last place, but that's okay. 34 seconds over. You're gonna really have to.
I know what I was doing, okay?
You're gonna have to really step up your game, man. Like I don't know how to tell you this, but. All right, Nico, I believe in you. Just whatever you do, don't fuck up.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. But I'm gonna punch you if you fuck up.
I'll straight break your nose.
I will I will take your teeth and grind them into a powder and make you eat it. That got really dark.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Alright.
Ah!
There you go, there you
Puta
go.
madre. I can't say that, can I?
You know what? I curse all the time on
Oh,
this.
they're just flooring it. Oh, shit. Get out of my way. That asshole just cut me off. Asian drivers. Okay. Fucker. Move.
You know,
No! I played the last PS1 game I played was called Red Card 20, like 2003.
uh-huh.
And it was 100% only because it was a soccer game where you could, like, knock the crap out of people.
That sounds like fun. But maybe that's just.
I gotta stop driving on the grass because it's.
Yeah.
I went from 3rd to 6th. Oh boy. Wrong way. Yeah, no shit. Making the guy who drives a Prius drive in a racing game might not have been the best idea. Oh shoot, it's still going.
Yeah.
It gave me like a lap time. I thought, I'm done. Oh my god. This is no. I'm gonna say right now the driving mechanics in this are really hurting me because you would not brake for that turn. You would let off the gas definitely, but you would not hardcore like brake pedal that.
Yeah, but I think you're also not taking into account that how heavy your car is, because you're going at a speed where with that much weight you probably are gonna kind of shift a little bit.
I'm going 60 miles an hour. Oh, see, like that. That's not real. It's kind of frustrating. I'm arguing with the video game. I'm arguing with the video game at this point. I am already just getting handed to me. My stuff demolished. And okay, cool. That's the grass. When do they start lapping me? Finish. That was disgusting. That was pathetic. So basically, I need a break.
Yeah.
It's disgusting how the Civic beat me.
Starlight Gonzo. You know what? We can make that up. We're not watching the replay.
Oh, that's a watch it replay. Oh, go back. Get me out of here. Triangle. Abort. New record.
Yeah, because he's the first one to drive on this road. Yeah, 6th place, $200. Cool. Yeah, let's go to the next section. Wow, Nico, I didn't think this would be this fun. Alright. Here's your chance to...
So, what happens when I pick manual transmission? I gotta like, what are the buttons for gear shifting?
R2 is... R2 is just like the upshift, L2 is like the downshift.
I thought R2 was that asshole in those Star Wars movies. R2 is like Kenny in South Park. Like, they get away with all the dirty stuff by having R2 say it.
Yeah. You're totally fine here. So on this track, you're only gonna need to brake on like the sharp turns.
Sounds like this track's gonna be my shit.
Yeah. You have to brake a little bit on this one though, like not too hard.
Not like that.
Oh my god! All right. It's triangle.
Triangle. Triangle's reverse.
Yeah. This is back when like racing games are still kind of. I wouldn't say that it was like they weren't the biggest thing out there, but I wouldn't. I'm also not gonna say that they had fully like solved how to make a driving game yet.
Oh, believe me, I agree.
But then again, that's coming from someone who's played like 200 hours on like the crew.
Sounds like I've played 200 hours on the short bus. Jesus Christ.
I know, dude. Like, what the hell are you? What the?
Remember when I got in that car crash? Yeah. Now you believe? This is a much longer lap.
Yeah, so you're gonna really have to stick with the game.
What the hell was that? Since when does braking turn into I'm skidding? Like, I've driven at 100 miles an hour. It's not what happens.
I'm gonna enjoy having to make an apology added at the beginning of this episode.
I'm like hydroplaning in broad daylight. I know, just disclaimer for
Anything that Nico said.
car-based racism.
Yeah, like
I was going straight.
the thing is, like, you get like there are points where you sound racist, and there are points where you get racist, especially in the car. Like you in a car is like, dude, what the?
Where'd that rage come from?
All right.
If you want to make some money, you might have to take the controller from me, because
All right. We're gonna hold off for a second. I'm gonna reset this, and then I guess we'll be right back. If anything, this might be the end of the first episode. If you like it, please leave a like or share it. If you didn't, you can touch yourself at night and feel better. Other than that, we'll see you tomorrow.
When's tomorrow?